Why do we see the same kinds of characters, heroes, villains, and the same themes like chaos and order pop up in myths everywhere across all time?
It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Why do they resonate so much?
Exactly. And that leads us into our deep dive today on Jordan Peterson's Maps of Meaning.
Yeah.
It's this really dense book, but the core idea, well, it argues we need meaning for survival just as much as, say, food or water.
Right. And a central pillar of that is Peterson's idea about life being this constant balancing act. It's between two big forces, order and chaos.
Okay, order and chaos, how does he define those?
Well, order is essentially the known world. It's your routines, traditions, predictability, structure, safety.
Got it, the familiar stuff.
Precisely. Chaos, then, is the opposite. It's the unknown, uncertainty, fear. But crucially, it's also where potential lies. It's where novelty and growth come from.
So it's not just negative.
Not at all. Think about almost any traditional story. You know, the hero leaves the village, the known, order, and steps into the forest or faces the monster that's chaos.
Right, the danger zone.
Yeah. And they confront something, learn something, maybe bring back some wisdom or treasure. That journey, Peterson says, is fundamental to the human experience and meaning. That arises when we choose to face that chaos and make something useful out of it, transform it.
Okay, so it's an active process. These old stories, then, they aren't just entertainment. They're more like practical guides.
That's exactly how he frames it. Myths, religions, they're essentially symbolic maps. They're humanity's accumulated wisdom on how to deal with suffering and uncertainty.
Maps. I like that analogy.
Think of the classic image, the dragon guarding treasure.
Okay.
The dragon embodies chaos, right? It's terrifying. Maybe it represents a huge challenge at work or a personal fear you've been avoiding.
Yeah, something big and scary.
But the treasure, that's the reward for confronting it. The wisdom gained, the personal growth, the competence you develop because you face the dragon.
Makes sense.
And these archetypes, the hero figure, the wise old mentor, the adversary, they appear everywhere because they tap into something deep in our psychology. They sort of mirror our own internal battles. That's why they feel so powerful, so moving.
So if life is this interplay of order and chaos, and these maps help us navigate, where does Peterson say we actually find meaning? Is it just about feeling good? Avoiding the bad stuff?
Well, that's maybe the most challenging part of his argument. He argues pretty strongly that meaning is not found in comfort or just seeking pleasure.
Okay, so where then?
It's created, he says, when we voluntarily take on responsibility.
Responsibility, like what specifically?
Like facing your fears directly instead of running away, like speaking the truth, even when it's difficult or unpopular, or willingly picking up a burden, shouldering something significant for yourself or maybe for others.
So doing the hard things, basically.
Yeah. Doing the hard things willingly. Those actions, according to Peterson, give life structure and significance. Without that kind of meaning, life can feel empty, chaotic. You can get overwhelmed. But with meaning, we can endure almost anything, even terrible suffering.
Wow. Okay, so Maps of Meaning sounds like much more than just a theory book. It's presented as a practical guide to, well, living a life that actually feels worthwhile.
That's a great way to put it. I think the key takeaways for you listening are really these. Look, life will involve suffering, that's unavoidable, but it can be faced with courage.
Right.
And we need both order and chaos in our lives. One provides stability, the other provides growth.
A balance.
Exactly. And finally, that real deep meaning. It comes from accepting responsibility, choosing to turn fear into growth, chaos into something valuable.
Which brings us back to the title, Maps of Meaning. Because that meaning, that sense of purpose, it really acts like a compass, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Helping us navigate when things feel uncertain or chaotic.
Precisely. It guides you through the territory of life.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. What uncharted territory in your own life, what chaos, might hold the potential for meaning if you chose to face it?
This video is presented by International Psychology Association. Follow us for more psychology updates.